how to swing trade BNB Binance coin and make money whilst the market is going down, which means shorting the market. We are on day number 20 of Follow Me on BNB, and it's unfolding quite nicely, but we want to really look at the macro picture and being patient for high probability trade setups, because it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. My name is Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro, featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. All right, so BNB, if you've now been following me with Elliott waves and Fibonacci, Elliott waves is one of the best ways of reading the markets, because more often than not, the markets move in 5s and 3s. And we can see that quite clearly over here. This is the last part of a trend that we're seeing unfold. And we've been following this for 20 days, day by day, literally last 20 days. We said this final part of the trend looks like a nice wave 1, 2, a nice wave 3, looks like a nice ABC of a 4. And we're anticipating this wave 5. We've taken some trades over here, made some good profits. We took some trades over here, made some good profits. And now what are we waiting for? Well, the trend is your friend. Ride it until its end, until it reaches its bend. Now you want to have an objective, mechanical way of identifying what is the trend. So the pattern position tells us that the trend is down. So it's clearly down. The price is making lower lows and lower highs, right? So the trend is down. What else can we use? Well, you want a momentum indicator which measures the rate of change. Right? Momentum indicators measure the rate of change. And if we look at this, it coincides quite nicely with the highs. So if we look at this high over here and the momentum, this high over here, you can see that they marry up quite nicely. And then also with this high over here and this high over here. Now they're not always going to be exact. However, they're close enough to give us an indicative feel. And if the higher degree momentum, whatever that is, you want to trade in that direction. So we're using a daily chart as the higher degree momentum. So what we're being patient for now is, rather than just trying to jump in just based on pattern itself, literally saying, right, to get the swing, to be into a trade for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, maybe 7 days, maybe a few weeks, is to be patient for now the momentum to move to the upside. We may get a mid-level reversal like this, or it may get into what's called the overbought zone above this black line. Wait for the blue line to go below the red. That's called a bearish reversal. And at this point, if it enters the zone, or if it makes a bearish reversal earlier like this, then we want to be looking for short trade setups, ideally. Now this is if you're taking into account that you're trading the daily chart as your higher degree time frame, and then maybe the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart will be your lower degree time frame where you're looking for your entries. So now let's just finish on, what is this current movement looking like? Right, so if I just get rid of this line like so, well, it looks like we've had this nice wave 1, a nice ABC over 2, and it looks like we have a wave 3 unfolding. So we're expecting this to unfold further, but we may get some type of correction, which might be a good entry point for the further potential downside movement. And then last but not least, let's just move to a bar chart, which basically takes the full range of the data in terms of the price data per day. And we'll see that the range, like this was a very wide range over here. The price went right away down here, came all the way back up here and closed up here. What we want to take into account is something called the external retracement of wave 4, and taking the full range into account. And the reason is, it gives us an indicative feel of where we're likely to see the price go. And that this is the price range, below $300, below $200. So we're talking about around $190 in this range. This is the potential. So this is why we've got BNB on our radar. We're watching it day by day, but now we're just being patient, because there's ultimately 3 positions that you can take. There's a long, where you're betting the price is going to go up. There's short, so you're betting on the price going down. And then there's standard side. Price is in limbo. The pattern saying down, everything saying down, but the momentum, the higher degree momentum in the daily chart is now what's called oversold. And it looks like it's going to make a bullish reversal. So allow the momentum to do its thing and then wait for a reversal of some sort, either get into the overbought zone, and that patience just means that the trend is your friend, and we ride that trend and trade in the direction of the higher degree trend, increases the probability of success. So today we're really focused on just looping that we have got this 5-wave count, and it looks like it's unfolding quite nicely. And you want to be able to spot these 5-wave patterns. And if you want to learn more about Elliott waves and how to see these 5-wave patterns, how to count them, the 3 key rules that you must know to avoid getting into trades that are low probability and only getting into trades that are high probability, take my Fibonacci and Elliott wave masterclass. The masterclass covers how to count in the 5s and the 3s, identifying these trends, and then how to apply the key Fibonacci ratios to those trends. And what we're really looking for are ABC corrections. And what I mean by that is, you'll see them quite clearly over here. There's quite a few of them. But one of the textbooks one that we actually traded was this one over here. If I just show you this, because we want to identify these in advance so we can trade them. We saw this nice A, B, C correction. And when we saw this, and we did this is part of the 20 days. We've been following BNB for 20 days now. Let's just change it like so. When we saw this, we actually traded based on this going short. And we actually made some really good profits here on a 4-hour chart. And then we saw it again here, A, B, C over here. And then we shorted this again. So we want to be constantly doing this time and time again. And there's a simple strategy where we've got momentum, pattern in terms of Elliott waves, which allows you to read the markets and be 2 steps ahead, Fibonacci price, and then a few other factors that can really, really help us. So take the masterclass, enjoy it, take some notes. And again, we're going to go tomorrow into day number 21, which is 3 weeks on following BNB. I reckon it's going to be another 3 to maybe 5 days until we get the next bearish reversal on the daily momentum. And then we'll look for very high probability setups and look to further short the market and make money on the way down. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let's finish on a quote. The quote of the day today is chapter 3. It's Confucius. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Now, when we're trading, we're aiming not to be trade junkies. A lot of people feel like they need to be in the market all the time and constantly like trade volume, like they're literally going for volume. No, we want quality over quantity. And sometimes that means waiting patiently like a professional, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 2 days. It varies. But in other words, we're waiting for a high probability setup in terms of momentum and pattern as a minimum criteria. And then we'll combine Fibonacci price. And when the position is there, we trade without hesitation or reservation. We just literally place the trade, put our stop loss in play, and let the market unfold. We have capital exposure that's acceptable in advance, 2% or 3%, and then we just let it trade. If we do good, if it unfolds as anticipated, we make 3, 4, 5 times the amount that we risked. That's like a 3, 4, 5x. Percentage terms of your whole account, that means maybe 10, 20, 15% on your whole portfolio. And then that's the consistency game. So the reason I'm doing this, follow me on BNB, is to show the patience. We're just going to go, right, there's no real trade setup right now on the daily momentum time frame. You could go to a lower degree and look at a 4-hour chart and a 1-hour chart. That's day trading. But here we're going to focus on swing trading so we can get the larger degree movements. And that's where the big money is made. All right, so join me tomorrow for day number 21 on follow me on BNB. 21. Is that way? 21. Day number 21 on follow me on BNB. And we'll see how the market unfolds. But the patience is what really is going to make us winners in the long term. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for day number 21. See you then.